Welcome, everyone, to the Great Plains Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. We're happy to have you here. We have a great lineup of colleges for you to hear from. But first, I'm going to kick us off with some housekeeping items. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Feel free to direct your question to a specific institution or ask them generally. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you, which is why that Q&A button is so important for you to communicate to the reps. This is just one of a few different sessions happening tonight for the Great Plains Fair. So feel free to check out the schedule to sign up for more sessions. And then this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week or so at that strivescan.com/GPACAC website. First, I will turn it over to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln to kick us off. Thank you so much. Gabby, are you on? Oh, you're on mute.
Okay, how's that? Sorry, a little bit of a technical difficulty there.
No worries, we got you.
Pop right up. All right, do you see the We Are Nebraska now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, sorry about that, everyone. We'll get started here. I'm Gabby Williams, and I'm the University of Nebraska-Lincoln Office of Admissions Regional Specialist out in Kansas City, which means that I take care of all of our Kansas City families along with Kansas and the surrounding area. And joining us tonight, we have CJ. So I don't know if you can see her camera, if she can give us a little wave. She's going to be taking care of our chat function tonight. So if you have any questions at all, CJ is a very seasoned member of our staff, and she'll be able to answer any questions that you have. So just click down below on the chat and enter your questions there. Okay, so we are the University of Nebraska. We are the original land grant institution in the state of Nebraska. We are part of the Big Ten Alliance, which means you are going to get a Big Ten education, Big Ten academics, and a Big Ten town. This is Lincoln, Nebraska. It is the capital city in the state of Nebraska. Proud to call it home to our university. And let's keep going here. Here we go. Here is our data as far as some of our information. We have about 26,000 students on campus, of which about 5,000 of those are graduate, but for the most part, we are an undergraduate focused campus. And like I said, with that comes big Ten Alliance opportunities with over 500 student organizations, sororities, fraternities. We pretty much have it all, travel abroad. So I encourage you to hop onto our website when you have a chance, because there's so many opportunities for you here at Nebraska. As I said, we have our Big Ten academics, and you can see here that we have over 150 majors across 9 academic colleges, everything from forensic science to business, engineering, music, whatever you're interested in. And we always encourage our students to go cross college. So you can absolutely major in architecture and pick up a minor in business. We definitely want you to explore. All right, so our application for admission for fall 2022 will open up in August 1st. And I'm so happy to announce that we are going to remain test optional for an additional year. And what that means is you are not required to have an ACT or SAT score in order to apply for admission, but to also receive merit-based scholarships. So when you submit your application, we will look at both your GPA and ACT. That ACT score is not going to hurt you, and we're going to go with the highest level that will give you the highest scholarships. So definitely encourage you to go ahead and apply starting August 1st if you're juniors out there. Just a couple of updates I did want to mention. If you haven't been on campus recently, please come and visit, and you will see our $82 million College of Business building. It is fantastic. We are also investing $160 million into 2 facilities for our College of Engineering. And then for spring of 2022, we will be investing $47 million in our Education and Family Sciences facility. So we have a lot of updates coming, And of course, we encourage you to come to campus. We are open for in-person campus tours. Super excited about the fall. We are going back to our traditional academic learning structure with 90% of our classes online, with that 10% remaining that were classes that were traditionally online. So we're really excited about that. We're also excited that we're getting back to our Big Ten athletics with our football, basketball, and volleyball. Spectators will be allowed to join in this year, so we're super excited. But again, we encourage you to come to campus and get the feel of campus. That's the best thing you're ever going to learn about colleges when you start exploring, is to come on campus and get the feel, and then you will understand when we say go Big Red. Thank you so much. Please remember to add in questions to the chat. We will be here the entire 45 minutes, and come to campus. We'd love to have you. Thank you.
And thank you. Up next, we have Butler University.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining tonight. My name is Ann Dens. I'm the admission counselor for this area. So I would be pretty much the point person that you'd be working with as you're working your way through the college application process. Butler University is located in the Indianapolis area. We are more of a residential campus. You can kind of see our park-like campus here, but we are only about 10 minutes away from the downtown Indy area. So that allows for great opportunities socially, professionally, for our students to be able to have a little bit of a smaller campus, but then that larger city to expand their experiences there. To give a little feel and a little breakdown for what our population looks like, we have a little under 5,000 undergraduate students, so kind of on that lower end of a medium-sized school. We do have about 500 to 600 graduate students, but we're mostly undergrad focused as well. We do have an average class size of about 22, so we like to keep things a little bit smaller, more personalized for that academic setting. So you're going to get to know your peers really well, and it is a very collaborative environment. We want you learning from your professors, but also learning from the experiences of your fellow classmates. We do have that 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So again, you're close with your professors as well. They provide office hours throughout the semester in order to ensure that you're getting the support that you need both in and out of the classroom setting. I did provide just a little quick slide here of our different academics. We have 6 colleges on campus, which house over 65 different majors. We have the College of Communication, which is along the lines of journalism, sports media, strategic communication. We have the College of Education. They've actually had about a 100% placement rate for the last 15 or 16 years. So they see a lot of success there after graduating. We have College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, which is home to our natural sciences, social sciences, humanities. We have an engineering program that falls under there as well. It's very interdisciplinary. And because we are a mostly undergrad focused institution, we have really great research opportunities for our undergraduate students, whether that's working with a faculty member or maybe conducting their own research. Our College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences has a 6-year direct admit pharmacy program. And then health sciences and healthcare and business really takes students to anything in the healthcare related field, med school, physician's assistant, maybe even medical sales. So you see a wide range of that healthcare side of things. Jordan College of the Arts is for anybody interested in dance, music, theater, arts plus design, and arts administration. It does require a supplemental piece to the application, so just keep that in mind as you're working your way through. And then Lacey School of Business, we actually have a new business building that just opened up a couple years ago, so very innovative facilities there. We do require 2 internships, and then we also pair you with a specific someone from the Indianapolis business world as your mentor to just be a guide for you throughout the 4 years in college, and then a really good resource after you graduate as well. To kind of just jump into a little picture slide for you, we have a lot of organizations and clubs on campus, over 130 of those. We do have anywhere from student body government to Greek life to club and intramural sports. We have 20 Division I athletic teams as well, and we are in the Big East Conference. You can see here we have this little dimension or little graphic that has 8 different dimensions. So we really want to embody our time here and make sure that you are developing as an entire individual. So obviously academically, socially, career skills, we're taking care of your mental, your physical health, and really promoting diversity, inclusion, as well as service on campus and in the surrounding neighborhood, or in the surrounding Indianapolis area as well. We also do have a 3-year residency requirement, so students live on campus for the first 3 years. So that really just builds a strong community on campus between all of our students. One other thing that we really encourage students to take advantage of are our study abroad or off-campus opportunities. We have over 200 programs in 60 different countries. And then we have 2 options in New York City and Washington, D.C., where you can go and learn and do an internship for a semester in a different area. So a fun way to kind of get a different experience other than just what's on campus. Also, just to kind of dive into a little bit about our application process, we have 2 forms. We also accept the Common App or a Butler specific one, whichever one works best for you. We do have a test optional policy, and we will remain test optional from here on out. So if you have not been able to find test scores, or you're just not happy with where they're at, you will not be penalized for not having those. We do encourage you to apply by our early action deadline, which is November 1st. So that gives you the opportunity to get maximum consideration for admission as well as scholarship. We do automatically consider you for academic scholarships, and then there are some supplemental scholarships that are due around November 15. So that's why we encourage you to apply for that early action deadline. Last thing that I will mention here is that we are open for visits. So if you are interested in visiting campus and just getting a tour, getting another little information session, and getting a chance to ask a couple more questions along the way, feel free to sign up for those online or contact me. I can help you get registered, but we'd love to have you and be able to kind of show you around and show you what Butler has to offer. Thanks for logging in today. I appreciate it, guys.
And thank you so much, Anne. Up next, we have Lycoming College.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tori Smith. I'm an admissions counselor at Lycoming College in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and I am the regional rep for your area. So as the others mentioned, I would be also your point of contact for Lycoming. Let me get this on the screen. Okay. So a little bit of background about Lycoming. Like I said, we're located in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. So in terms of where we are, we're kind of right in the middle of the state of Pennsylvania, which is really nice for our students because we are in a 4 to 5 hour radius of every major metropolitan area in the Northeast. So New York City, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Washington, D.C. Are all, within that 4 hour range. And then Boston is not much further outside of that either. So it's a great place to kind of land if you want to explore the entire Northeast, but maybe find yourself in a little bit of a smaller city, a quieter area. We are one of the 50 oldest colleges in the United States, which is a cool little fun fact. We are a small private liberal arts college. We're exclusively undergraduate, so we don't have any graduate programs. So as an undergraduate student, you have the full attention of our faculty and staff. As I said, we're a smaller college, so we have about 1,200 students with 90 to 100 full-time faculty serving them. So nice 12-to-1 student faculty ratio. This means small class sizes, average of 15 to 20 students per class, and sometimes much lower than that once you really get into your major. And our faculty are, hold the highest degrees in their field, so they truly are the experts of the area that you want to study. You can really build relationships with them, and collaborate with them more than just learn from them. So, great opportunities obviously come because of our size. In terms of financial aid, all of our students will receive some merit-based scholarship. Currently, those scholarships range from $18,000 to $30,000. So if you're admitted, you're guaranteed at least $18,000 per year, with the opportunity to get $30,000 to $32,000 a year at that higher end. And then, of course, we would also consider you for need-based financial aid through the FAFSA, with grants and other types of scholarships you can qualify for. A little bit about our academics. Of course, like I said, we're a liberal arts college, so this means that you'll, of course, take some classes in areas outside of your primary focus so that you really have a well-rounded education. This also makes it a little bit easier to either double major or major and minor or have multiple minors. So a majority of our students will actually accomplish that, have a double major or something like that. Some of our more popular majors are psychology, criminal justice, business, accounting, any of the natural sciences, so chemistry, biology, and then music and art are also very popular. So right now we have about 43 majors in counting. We just added a couple more. So we upgraded our minor in women, gender, and sexuality studies to a major. So that's something that our students will now have, as well as a few other things such as 3D animation that we just added. So we're really excited for those two programs to be coming in. And you can see a few different programs on the screen that we have that are kind of newer and kind of taking off in popularity due to the trends, that are happening in the professional world. Beyond the classroom, we actually take a pretty unique approach to out-of-class experiences. So we actually require all of our students to do at least one enhanced academic experience, which basically means an internship, some type of high-level research project, field work, study abroad, or a few different things that can meet that requirement, but those are the four most popular ways that our students do. And these, while we require one, our students typically find that there are so many opportunities that they end up doing more than one by the time they graduate. So in order to make sure that you can accomplish this, you will have a career advisor specific to the field that you want to work in, who works one-on-one with you to identify these things, but also helps you with resume building and other types of professional development. And this is in addition to your academic advisor that makes sure that you're in the right classes and that you have opportunity in the classroom. So advising and that relationship between student and faculty, like I talked about previously, is a really, really important part of our campus, and really just community in general is a huge value that we have here at Lycoming. Outside of the classroom, kind of away from academics, always something going on in Williamsport, and on campus. If you have heard of Williamsport before, I forgot to mention, it's probably because we're home to the Little League World Series. So if you're a sports fan, it's pretty awesome to be able to experience that every year and see the Little League World Series, obviously with Little League teams coming from all over the world. So that gets pretty exciting. But on campus, we have over 80 student-run clubs and organizations. So there's most likely something here for you. If not, it's very simple to start one. So we're always looking to grow that number, and our students kind of have full control over what clubs operate on our campus. We have 17 Division III athletics and lots of other things going on campus. As the others said, we are also open for in-person visits and many virtual opportunities. So definitely come check us out and don't hesitate to ask questions.
Thanks, Tori. And as Tori mentioned, feel free to use that Q&A button to speak with any of the representatives that we have here today. And up next, we have University of Central Missouri.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to share my screen really quick, get presentations started. Okay, so start timer. So for those of you guys who haven't heard, the University of Central Missouri, we are a mid-sized public institution. We're about an hour away from the Kansas City area, and about 3 hours away from St. Louis. We're located in downtown Warrensburg, and so it's a really cute little small town, a lot of cute little local shops, just a really good family atmosphere there as well. So the campus itself is about 10 minutes to get from one end of the campus to the other. We have 14 different residence halls on our campus, as well as 2 dining halls. All our academic buildings are in the center of campus. So no matter what side of campus you're living on, it's only about a 5-minute walk to get to your classes. One of the main reasons why students choose UCM is going to be for over 150 different programs. So all our majors are taught by a professor, never a teacher's assistant. There's smaller class sizes for how big of a school we are. So it's about 18-to-1 student faculty ratio. And then our top 5 majors are located here. So we started out as a teacher's college in 1871. So if you're wanting to do education, we have so many different subcategories of that in different areas that you can focus on for that. Our business program, so we have a lot of different areas of business as well. So everything from accountancy to events management to finance. Our finance students actually get to run their own stocks, and they've been doing that for about 10 years, and they have started out with a $500,000 donation. They've upped it to $1 million that's in that account. Our nursing students, they get to have their own little center of campus that looks like an actual hospital. And then our aviation students, they get to learn how to fly planes on our campus-run airport. So it's single engine, multi-engine, if you guys are interested in that. And then our criminal justice program, those students can go through our police academy their senior year. So many other options we have here. So if you have questions about that, let me know. But I'll get into some of our uniquer programs on our campus. So the Honors College is really great for students who are wanting a little extra edge with their classes that they're taking. So they're even smaller class sizes, plus you get funding for research and creative work. That's huge if you're going into grad school or just want to add something extra to your resume. Our study abroad program, we do have partnerships with over 60 different countries. So even if your major is very rigid in terms of the classes that you can take, it's great to study abroad even in the summer or during spring break. So we have a lot of opportunities there where you don't have to go for a whole semester. Some of our things that you can do on campus for fun, we have a 3-story rock wall in our student recreation and wellness center. So that's free for all our students to use, obviously. We have all of our sports teams. They're Division II athletics, and those games are free for our students to get into as well. We have a bowling alley, a movie theater on campus. There's something going on almost every single day with all of our student organizations. Our campus residence halls, they're all the same size. They have the same furniture, so not one is better than the other. And then we have 14 different dining options on campus too. So several different coffee shops, including Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Steak and Shake. I can't even think of the rest, Spin Pizza, but there's a lot of different options there. And we were also voted the safest college campus for the state of Missouri. I'll get into some of our student organizations. So most of them are going to be academic or departmental, but we have a really robust Greek life at our school as well. And then everything from recreational club sports to special interests. So here's an example of some of our club sports, but there's so many more that we have to offer. We put on different events on campus, like you can see down here, the color run and big pink volleyball tournament, things like that. So we were actually the first public institution and one of the only public institutions for the state of Missouri with an accredited counseling center. And so all these services you get at UCM, you don't have to pay anything out of pocket for. So that's all included in your tuition and general fees. So the advising center, the academic support that you get, free tutoring in all our classes, editing services from our writing center, free counseling and mental health services, as well as free career counseling. So a lot of different support opportunities there for students. And then one of my favorite things about UCM is how affordable we are. We have a Missouri resident price here, but if you live in any state that surrounds the state of Missouri, you get in-state tuition. So most students don't end up having to pay that non-resident price. But this is the total cost for an entire year, and this is kind of how we compare nationally. We have a lot of different scholarship opportunities as well. So they're called a Red and Black Scholarship, and we also have test optional admission with a scholarship attached to that. But we have a scholarship chart, and it's super easy. You just kind of line up where your GPA would fall as well as your ACT if you decide to send that in. And then this is what I was talking about with the out-of-bounds state scholarships that we offer, as well as dual credit and A+ scholarships. And then we also take foundation scholarships too. So those are our internal scholarships that are going to be based on more of your major. The steps to applying, I will get to right as soon as I talk about Warrensburg. So that is a town we are located in. We are famous for the mules. That is our school mascot. And then how to apply to USAM, it's super easy. Just send the ACT or send in your transcripts and apply online. Thank you guys so much.
All right, thank you so much, Ashley. Up next, we have Arkansas Tech University.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quick. All right, my name is Cassidy Jones. I'm the recruiter with Arkansas Tech University. We are centrally located in Arkansas. We are about a 4-hour drive from OKC and about a 3-hour drive from Tulsa. A little bit about our campus. We are actually the 3rd largest university in the state of Arkansas, with just under 12,000 students between our 2 different campuses. So we have the Russellville campus, which you can see on the map on my screen, and that is the Russellville campus. And about midway through I-40 going towards Oklahoma, we have the Ozark campus as well. So on the Russellville campus, we primarily house our bachelor, master's, and doctoral programs. But then our Ozark campus, we also have technical degrees as well as associate's degrees. So we're a very well-rounded institution where we have a lot to offer students, whether they want to go for 1 semester or whether they're wanting to go for 6+ years. So we also are the 2nd highest graduation. We have the 2nd highest graduation rates in the state. And I know a lot of students are normally like, oh, wow, that's so cool. Like, why is that important? But that is so important because we not only want you to start with us, we want you to finish with us as well. And ways that we're able to help support our students is we have an incredible career services office that will help get you in contact with internships. If you're needing help with your resume or getting prepared for interviews, we'll help our students as well. We also have an incredible Apex Center, which is basically just our tutoring center. So if you're ever struggling with your classes, you can come and have a peer, so like a one-on-one peer tutoring session. Excuse me. We are also the #1 institution in Arkansas for students interested in STEM programs. So a couple of those programs that we like to kind of showcase is we have computer engineering, electrical, mechanical engineering. If you're interested in game and interactive media design, we have a program within that area as well. So there's a lot of different options. I will go ahead and click over. So this is just kind of a overview of all the different programs that we offer on our campus. We have over 140 different undergraduate degree programs and 41 graduate degree programs. So if you're interested in any of these, definitely check us out. A couple that I always like to highlight is our business data analytics program. So business data analytics, it kind of meshes math and statistics and computers. And we have students who will go through that program. And I believe our last year's graduates, we actually had for every 1 graduate who walked across our stage, there were 10 job opportunities for those students. So there's a huge need for students in that area. But we also have an incredible nursing program. We're the #1 nursing program in the state for 4-year public institutions. We also have just all these different options. We have College of Education, Engineering Applied Sciences, and then Arts and Humanities as well. Okay, so what are the requirements to get into our institution? So if you have at least a 2.0 GPA and a 15 on the ACT, you'll be conditionally admitted. But we don't want you to just be conditionally admitted. We're hoping to help pay for some of your school as well. So as long as you apply to the institution, then we will try to get you some money for scholarships. So you have to apply. It's completely free. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to fill out. You just have to submit your transcripts and your test scores, whether that's ACT, SAT, AccuPlacer, and we will let you know if you're eligible for some money. So this is a list of some of our different scholarships. Our first scholarship tier is our leadership scholarship, and it will award students who have at least a 17 on the ACT. So if you're one of those students, you're like, okay, I have at least that, go ahead and apply, especially because Oklahoma students also are eligible for in-state tuition. So you'll be able to have in-state tuition, and we might actually be more affordable than some of the in-state options that are available to you. So these are some of the options. We also have scholarships based on the FAFSA. So make sure to complete that as well. So right here is where I kind of just want to talk about the cost. So it's going to cost approximately $17,000 a year. So make sure that you're kind of budgeting for all of that. And if you're ever interested in coming to Tech, make sure that you apply for housing as well. We have different housing tours available. So you can do the housing tours. We offer those Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's just kind of an opportunity for you to check out what options we have on campus and what would meet your needs as a student at Arkansas Tech. So if you're interested in ATU and you're just like kind of wanting to know a little bit about us, an out-of-state option, but still close to home, definitely check us out. We have campus tours Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. We do have those COVID procedures, so face masks are required, and we have those smaller campus tours as well. But we also have virtual tours, so we have those available 24/7, and then virtual meetings with staff members periodically throughout the week as well. So if you have any specific questions, you can ask us there. So let's keep in touch. Like I said, my name is Cassidy Jones. That's my email, my texting number, and make sure to follow us on social at @GoToATU. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Cassidy. And our next and final institution is the University of Alabama.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer Potts, and I am a regional recruiter with the University of Alabama. Regional recruiter, meaning I actually live in the region, and the University of Alabama, otherwise referred to as UA, Bama, the capstone, or that school that says Roll Tide. So where are we? We are approximately an 11-hour drive from Kansas City, a 14-hour drive from Omaha, and a 9.5-hour drive from Tulsa. We are also a flight into Birmingham, and then about a 45-minute drive to campus. So a little bit further south also gives us the benefit of a little bit warmer weather. This year we had a record 1/4 of an inch of snow, and it shut our city down for about a day and a half. So very different sort of approach to what most of you deal with in the winter. We are a small city, but college town excitement. We have hundreds of shops and restaurants, parks, and a little bit better winter weather to take advantage of those outdoor areas. The picture on the left is downtown Tuscaloosa. There is a running path that goes along the river, wraps around downtown Tuscaloosa, super scenic and beautiful. So this is a snapshot of who we are and where we come from. We're just under 38,000 students, but 57% of our students are from out of state. So something that I hear regularly from students is that it's not nearly as scary as they thought it was going to be to come to the University of Alabama because nobody knows anybody. So it's a very welcoming place to make friends and easy to get connected. A snapshot of what our 2020 freshman class looks like. Now that said, these are our averages. This is not what we require for admission. So generally for admission, we like to see a student with a 3.0 GPA. Our application is super simple. There's no essay, resume, or letter of recommendation, and I'm happy to report that we will be joining the common application this fall. We have gone test optional this year, but we have yet to make our decision for next year, so stay tuned for updates. That it will be coming this summertime. And for us, you need to be admitted prior to January 15th for priority scholarship consideration. So at Alabama, you'll find a great balance between strong campus life and academics. So we have over 200 degree programs, some unique programs like our accelerated master's programs in the STEM and create paths to the MBA. These allow our students to complete their undergrad in fewer than 5 years or 5 years. We also have some top programs, things like the best PR program in the country, best nursing program in Alabama, top programs in accounting and other areas. We are a major research institution, so that's a big part of our educational experience. Honors College is one of those ways to make our big school of 38,000 feel more like a smaller school. And we are super proud on this screen to point out that we were second in the country for internship placement. So that is also an opportunity that's in all of our majors. I want to point out the study abroad picture. I love study abroad. Wherever you go to college, make sure you look into those opportunities, and we have opportunities regardless of major on campus. So almost took out this slide because I'm a bit long-winded, but I wanted to make you aware, as you've heard tonight, every institution in the country wants you to be successful. So just know that we have opportunities for you to be successful both in and out of the classroom. So whatever assistance you need, whether it's tutoring, mental health counseling, you name it, we're going to provide that for you. We are here and we are cheering you on. We want you to be successful. We have a very exciting campus life, huge campus pride. We have over 600 clubs and organizations, the largest Greek system in the country, large student recreation program, a very full events calendar. I'm proud on this slide that we log over 1 million hours of community service each year. You won't go hungry on campus. There's a snapshot of some of our delicious food options. And I can't pass over this slide without pointing out that we are the reigning national football championships with 18. Great residence halls on campus. A big part of our campus community is living on campus. All of our freshmen live on campus. And they love that because we have really great housing opportunities. So 50% of our housing, you actually don't share your bedroom, just your bathroom with one other student. And all of our residence halls are air conditioned. Just want to show this screen to point out that there are scholarship opportunities, but we will be updating this over the summer for more information on what our scholarships look like for the fall. We do have really great national merit, national recognition scholarship packages, and typically like to see you admitted around December 1st to maximize scholarship and financial aid opportunities. And then, like others have said, we'd love to have you on campus. So certainly let us know if you are planning a trip to the University of Alabama. In the meantime, we'd love for you to join a virtual opportunity to learn about the University of Alabama. And then finally, I am the regional recruiter that works with Nebraska students, but I have my colleagues' contact information on the screen, one who works with Kansas students and one who works with Oklahoma students. So certainly let us know how we can assist you in your college search. Best of luck and roll Tide.
All right. Thanks so much, Jennifer. I'm actually going to have you pop your video back on, and I'm going to invite all of the presenters back on video. We're going to just do some live Q&A that will be for the greater good of the audience and share a little bit more about each of the campuses. So we'll go in the presentation order. So we'll start with Nebraska. Give an interesting or fun fact about your school, and we'll go down the line from here.
So hello, everybody. I'm CJ from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. So just a fun fact about our school. We were actually called the Bug Eaters. In the 1890s, we weren't always the Cornhuskers, so that's kind of a little funny thing about us. But also we do have a haunted residence hall. Well, it used to be a residence hall, and so we do ghost tours on our campus.
If you guys saw on that last slide, that is actually our live mascot, Butler Blue the 4th. So we do have a bulldog that is on campus. He works in the marketing office, which is in the same building as the admission office. So if you do come for a visit, definitely ask to see if Blue is there. He's usually wearing some sort of sweater or would be willing to take a picture with you. So it's kind of fun to have a little built-in pup when you come to campus.
All right, to stick with the animal or insect theme, I will share that So obviously, like I said, the sciences are very popular here at Lycoming, and our biology department has done a lot of research with a salamander called the hellbender, because they are a good indicator of a healthy ecosystem. And so our biology department worked with a local representative to make the hellbender the state amphibian of Pennsylvania.
UCM's fun fact is we have a 200-acre farm for our agriculture students. And so we take farm tours every year, the admissions office. And so there's a bunch of different cows, goats, and we have 2 mules, which are our mascots, and they are our live mascots for all our football games.
So one fun fact about Arkansas Tech is we're actually one of 4 in the nation who have a residence hall that's attached to the press box of our football stadium. So if you're interested in football and you're like, yeah, I would totally like to basically like hang out and watch the game with your friends in your residence hall, then you might check us out.
I always learn so much about schools when I do these. So my fun fact is that the University of Alabama is the most hashtagged college on Instagram with the hashtag Roll Tide.
Awesome. I always love to hear about all this stuff with the schools as well. Next question is going to be, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
This is such a good question. My advice is to reach out to the admissions offices of every single college that you're interested in. All of us, our job is to serve and help you through this process. So please just reach out to the admissions office. You'll even have somebody that might be assigned to just help out your school or help out your area. So you can get a lot of that individualized attention throughout your college search. And I know now a lot of us are meeting students over Zoom. So we can even maybe do some virtual Zoom appointments as well.
Yeah, I would definitely echo that as well. In addition to that, I would say if and when you're able to kind of start visiting campuses, I would maybe have like 2 to 3 questions that you bring with you that you're really wondering, you know, like what is the average class size or what do the dorms look like? Just so that you're kind of prepared, and that can help you then compare schools when you're kind of finalizing your list as you're going through your application process. Just helps narrow that down a little bit.
Okay, mine's going to be a little bit silly, but stay on top of your email. You know, we are always reaching out to you with opportunities and trying to get in touch. And I don't think there's anybody in the world that receives more emails than a high school student going through a college search. So with that, also don't be afraid to unsubscribe and opt out of schools that you're not interested in so that the ones you are interested can be in touch with you.
I'm going to say research your college major that you want to do. One of the best ways to do that is visiting college campuses or meeting with the faculty on those campuses. So I know for UCM's campus tours, there is a part of it where you get to meet with the faculty of the major of your choice. So it's a really good way to learn about what that 4-year plan would look like and the opportunities that major would present.
I would definitely just say to go into your college search with an open mind. When I was a senior, I was like, okay, I'm going to this university. And then when I went to visit the campus, I just didn't fit whenever I went on my tour. And then once I toured with Arkansas Tech, it just felt like home. It felt like family. So make sure that you keep an open mind. The school that you've had your heart set on for the last couple of years might not be a good fit for you. And that's okay if it's not.
Good advice. So I'm going to keep with the campus visit theme, but I'm going to recommend, of course, you do the fancy campus visit, the campus tour, but do the behind the scenes tour. So what I mean by that is like grab a cup of coffee and sit in the student union and people watch, or take somebody aside who's not employed by the Office of Admissions and ask them what they like about the school or what they would change or whatnot, and have fun with the process.
Okay. Oh, great answers. Thank you all so much for being here, taking time out of your busy schedules and sharing all this great information with the students and counselors online. Hopefully everyone found this beneficial. We will be providing your information to all the colleges on here, so the conversation definitely doesn't have to stop here. Feel free to connect afterwards to do a more in-depth research about each school. I want to thank you all for joining us so much. When you do exit the webinar, you will be taken to a quick survey. It's only 4 questions, so we'd love to hear your feedback regarding this particular session. And we do have 1 more hour of sessions coming up, so if you're interested in continuing to connect with different colleges and universities, check back on that website. And then all of the recordings will be available early next week for on-demand access later. So I hope everyone has a great evening wherever you are, and take care. Thank you.